Hello everyone and happy holidays, Gamertag here. First off, I just want to wish all of you a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and I hope you're all having a wonderful time with friends and family, and having a joyous, happy holiday season, and if there's any gifts that you wanted, that you are able to get them, and that any of you that are sick are recovering to feel much better hopefully as soon as possible. Anyway, since it was Christmas, and it's a holiday season, I thought I would do a fun little video just for the occasion. And last year we got this Delibird you see behind me while we were streaming on Twitch, and I do have that clip attached into the description of the video if you do want to go check that out. But I thought we'd do a sweep or possibly a couple sweeps with this. So I'm just gonna stop yapping so we can just get right to those videos. Now both of these did require setup, so I'm going to be explaining what I used to get to the point before Delibird came out, and then we'll just get into the sweeps. Enjoy. Pizza, oh my god, okay, that's pretty amazing. So they are going to be leading a Victini, which can be a problem potentially for Delibird. We're just going to be leading our Galvantula, totally not predictable. We're going to be paralyzing the Victini, because hopefully this way it cannot attack. Now we do have a Focus Sash equipped, that's going to bring us down to only 1 HP. Now we can set up our Sticky Web. Everything that's not Flying type or Levitate or Air Balloon is going to be losing a 1 stage in speed every time it comes in. Now we can send in our Registeel, and we can set up the Stealth Rocks. That's going to break any sashes that come in. Now the only problem with the Registeel is it's incredibly bulky, and there were actually a few instances where we would be trying to set up, and our opponent would just be getting paralyzed, which would really slow things down. So they actually switched out their Victini to send in the Zarude. Now, I was actually a little bit terrified, because this is a fully defensive Registeel, and if we KO'd Zarude, we actually wouldn't have been able to get the sweep. Thankfully, though, they still survive, and they're going to hit us with a close combat, dropping both of their defenses by 1 stage. So we do paralyze it, and we get leftovers recovery, which I honestly kind of wish I would have just removed the leftovers just to try to speed it up a little bit, but they are going to be going for a jungle healing, I believe, at some point, but they do get paralyzed this turn as we just get more recovery. I just wanted to sack this off. I couldn't really afford to just switch in another Pokemon, because if we get hit, that's kind of going to potentially cause problems. I could have switched to another Pokemon to set up just because we had the Sash and we would definitely be outspeeding them, but I wanted to get a little bit more out of my last setup Pokemon. So we're going to get hit with another close combat, dropping its defenses another stage. And at this point, I just start going for Thunder when we get taken out by a Darkest Lariat. What an animation. So we're going to be sending in our Doug Trio, trio, Diglett Dig, all that. And we're going to get hit with a Power Whip, taking us down to our Focus Sash as we hit the Memento, dropping both of its attacks, 2 stages apiece, and it's going to go for a Jungle Healing, healing up its HP, and it's time for the Delibird. Enjoy. Alright, maybe we can get some salt in this battle. Also, it lagged for some reason. I think it could have just been in the recording. It could have just been the footage after I recorded it. I'm not sure, so I apologize. Anyway, same lead as before. We're still going to be leading Galvantula. Very similar setup. We're just going to go for Thunder Wave, turn 1. We're going to outspeed anyway, but, you know, maybe they had, like, if they had, like, a choice scarf or something on the Cinderace, this way we can at least get 2 attacks in. We're going to be going for Sticky Web this time to put the web down. Everything that's not flying now is going to get a -1 in speed. Delibird's not super fast. It's definitely going to need that. Then we go for Giga Drain, and then we end up finding out, after it hits us with a Scorching Sands, that it had leftovers, and I thought that was interesting. That's not typically an item that I would see in a Cinderace. But yeah, it's going to get some leftovers recovery, which unfortunately means it's going to take longer for some of the animations. So we're going to send in Registeel just to try to set up a Stealth Rock, and they're just going to hit us with a Pyro Ball. Still one of the best animations in Generation 8. So they're going to get some leftovers recovery, we're going to get some leftovers recovery, and now basically we just need to wait for Registeel to faint because we don't really need it anymore. It's accomplished its task. And they're going to hit us with a Pyro Ball. Unfortunately, we do just hang on. I think some of that could have been due to the leftovers. They could have just gotten a lower damage roll. I'm not sure. But this time, though, they can finally take us out with the Pyro Ball. And they could have used any move, but I'm thinking they don't want us to know what other moves they have. So we're going to be going for a Sand Attack on the Doug Trio. They're going to go for Bounce, which is a little bit annoying. Ended up just speeding up this footage quite a bit because, well, them having Bounce takes 2 turns every time they use it, so that's enough talk. It's time for Delibird to come in and see if we can deliver a large lump of coal. Enjoy, everyone. Well, at least we got a nice cancellation fee. I'm going to charge it in a lump of coal. So Delibird, for those of you who don't know, is a Pokemon that I've actually not really cared for quite some time. And in recent, I would say recent months, it's kind of grown on me. So it's kind of nice to be able to do a sweep with a Pokemon that I actually, for the longest time, had a lot of disdain for. So we had a Focus Sash. I tried Wide Lens for a long time, and it just kept backfiring because they would either get a crit and KO us because we didn't have a Sash. Well, actually, yeah, that's basically it. And that just caused a lot of problems. Or they would just, and they could like priority us because we didn't have a Sash, and that just caused numerous problems. We also had a lot of issues with Melmetal because it's way too bulky for us to take out. But the other problem that we ran into is just heavy counters. We had a couple instances where they had like a lot of hacked Pokemon, a lot of illegal ones that they actually couldn't be using, which would have been perfect for the video, but they just had way too many counters, like very legendary heavy, or they'd bring like Zacian, which is extremely overpowered in this game, and that caused a lot of problems. But we did have a Focus Sash. We had Adamant Nature, Full Attack and Speed, and then we had Brick Break, Ice Punch, Drill Peck, and Present. Now, I wanted to use Present a little bit more, but it's not a good move. It varies in power, it can miss, and it can potentially heal the opponent, so it's kind of trash. But, still pretty decent moveset. Delibird actually doesn't have the worst moveset, it's just not a great Pokemon. I mean, Hustle, you lose 20% in your accuracy, but you get a 50% boost in all of your moves. But we did need a little bit of setup. We had Galvantula to set the web. This way we only needed +1 from the max airstream, and then we could focus the rest on trying to increasing our attack with max knuckle. And then we had Registeel to set the rocks just to break sashes, and then just to force a switch out, we had Dugtrio in there with Sand Attack and Memento. But anyway, thanks to all of you for watching, and have a wonderful and safe holiday.